Hi friends, how are you doing? So right now you can see a brook behind me, and this brook is not very far from my school, just nearby. So I often come here and to see the view all around. So now let's talk about functional communicative English. So nowadays I'm making some videos and where you can learn English very easily and following functional communicative English. So in my previous videos, and I have talked about tongue twisters. So let's revise those tongue twisters with me. Let's practice the number one. But before practicing, I'd like to show you something very interesting. So you can see behind me a tall tree. So after the spring rain, now the tree is bearing lots of fresh leaves, and also the tree is bearing some fruits, and the tree is called simul tree. I can show you from this simul tree we got cotton, simul cotton. So some cotton is here, you can see, and is the fruit or seed. Fruit from this fruit we get cotton that we use for making pillows or blankets, quilt. Okay, that's very interesting, but there are lots of cotton all around. I can't show you the view because they are on the ground, but I can see. Anyways, let's talk about functional communicative English. And tongue twister number one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Now, second one. Bitter butter bought some butter. The butter was bitter, so he bought some fresh butter to make the bitter butter better. Then, try to take to turn this time. Tina tried to tame Ted's tiger on Tuesday. What to do to die today at a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say but a harder thing to do. Today we are going to learn two more consonant sounds, and they are ch and j. And these two consonant sounds are affricate sounds. Complete closure, slow release. Let's practice with me. Ch as in church, chocolate, cheer. J as in jar, jacket, jam. Now let's practice a tongue twister to make sure you can pronounce or you can articulate these two sounds very clearly. Let's try. I'll chew and chew until my jaws drop. I'll chew and chew until my jaws drop. I'll chew and chew until my jaws drop. So like this, if you try 5 times, all the tongue twisters, you'll have fluency. Fluency means speaking slowly, easily and readily. Because if you learn these tongue twisters by practicing, all these tongue twisters are going to be in your mind, in your long-term memory. And then you can practice, and every tongue twister can give you lots of ideas about functional communicative English. Let's try to exploit number one. If you think of this tongue twister, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. In this sentence, we have a subject, that's the Peter Piper, and a verb, picked, and then a peck of pickled peppers. It's an object, a group of words. It's a noun phrase. Then you think about the next sentence. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? Is a question. So when you are going to communicate this language, so we have to think about questioning. So how to ask questions? There are so many ways you can ask questions. In general, there are 5 ways you can ask questions. Yes, no question, WH question, alternative question, tag question, and declarative question. Apart from that, 2 more types of question we can also make. We say open question and closed question. And of course, there's a big question, it's called right question. The right questions are very important in communication. So I'll talk about how to make right questions in my coming videos. But now let's talk about yes no question. So the sentence is, did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? Answer is yes or no. So like that, if you want to ask anyone question to know about the past, you can ask question with did. Like, did you play yesterday? Did you talk to him? Did you dance? And did you meet him yesterday? Like this, you can make question in the past using did, and that's a yes no question. Now think about the next sentence. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So if clause, it's a conditional sentence. So when you talk about conditions, there are 4 types of conditions we can make. Conditional 1, conditional 2, conditional 3, and 0 conditional. So now we talk about 0 conditional, because when you make 0 conditionals, you have to use the verb in the present time, V1 pattern. For example, if you go to market, buy some vegetables. Now both the part of the sentence we have V1. If you go and then buy. If you meet him, ask him his phone number. So here meet and ask. This way you can make so many sentences and following the rule of 0 conditional. Rest of the conditionals I will explain in my coming videos. Now let's talk about sentence number 4. Where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? If you think of this sentence, then you can feel that it's a question. The questions are very, very important in communication. So you can make a lot of WH questions. For example, what's your name? Where do you live? What do you do? Where are you from? What are you interested in? How far have you studied? What is your hobby? And how many family members do you have? What's your goal? What's your dream? So when you interact or encounter people, you can make a lot of questions. Unfortunately, in school we learn answers, we don't learn how to make questions. So questions are very important. You have to be curious, and then you can learn very fast. So know how to make questions and use WH questions and try to have a control in the conversation. And this way you can practice functional communicative English. So in this tongue twister, we are learning so many areas and which we can practice every day. So learn these tongue twisters and try to know all the components or elements in the sentences and practice. So those who would like to be fluent in English, please practice tongue twisters, listen to some songs, watch some interviews, podcast. Don't try to focus on perfection at the very beginning. At the very beginning, you should focus on fluency. That is very important. So I hope you have liked this video. And if you watch my videos several times, I think you can get lots of learning points. So once again, thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. And try to follow my other videos as well. So have a wonderful time. Adios.